My name's David Swan. I'm an engineer. I live in West New Annan. My roots here go back to John Bell. John Bell was the original resident of New Annan. He moved from Scotland and came here in 1812. And the farm that we now have was the original homestead. He would be my great-great-great-grandfather. Property we have was in the family for many generations. It briefly left the family, went to another part of the Bell family, the Byerses, for a period of time. And in the year 2001, the original property went up for sale again. And my wife and I were fortunate enough to be able to buy it. So that gave us an option to return to Nova Scotia, because at that time we weren't living here. Growing up here in New Annan, the first school I went to was the Oliver School, which has now been converted to a resident. I feel very fortunate to have gone to a one-room schoolhouse. Academically, we may not have been the strongest, but I think there was a lot of life lessons learned there. So I went through high school playing sports and things like that. But I always had a dream of designing cars. And somebody in grade 11 said, you should be an engineer. Didn't know even what that was. From Tech, when I graduated there, I immediately took a job working for a company called Nova Energy, who was developing a water turbine for the Bay of Fundy. The company had secured a contract, and we were the first to actually build a water turbine and put it in the Gulf Stream off Florida. In 1990, I was now working for the car companies as a consultant. I was flying all over the place. And I felt I was part of the global economy. And if you've seen that movie, Who Killed the Electric Car, that was all the work we were doing. And I was responsible for all energy storage for AeroVironment at that time. So coming back here, selling the company in Los Angeles, coming back here, building this building and so on, was to bring the work here. And initially in the early 2000s, of course, my contacts with the car companies were strong. We did a tremendous amount of work here for the global economy elsewhere. A lot of the work that we did in the last 10 years here is the development of software algorithms and so on that's in tens of thousands of vehicles right now. It was always amazing when my customers would come and visit here. They'd fly into Halifax and they'd expect to be going into the city, and they'd come 150 kilometers in the wrong direction to come out to New Annan to see what we're doing. But over time, things like the wind field became very attractive because that was local. We could use local money, people invest in it. I was very fortunate to have a very good education here, to have learned many things, and then to go out and see how the rest of the world do things, and then a chance to bring some of those ideas back home. So there is a change, there is a corner, and I think people in their 20s and 30s are looking at it differently than they used to. Yes, there's hope. I'm really optimistic